Straw.
He's Parker.
And together we are the Battle Hammer. Bonk. Bonk. I'm miming a hammer. Bonk.
Really?
I'm bonking you with a hammer.
So today we are treating you to this.
Frogs and fiction. Frogs in fiction. It's a game about frogs in books. Like Mr. Toad. I mean, he's technically a toad, not a frog, but you know what I mean. It's Frog and Friction. I'm being silly.
Who's it by?
It's by Warcradle Studios.
What? Our boys?
Specifically, Jeremy Stout and Tom Fisher. Hello to those.
Hello. So it's a card game.
It is a card game. It's an expandable World War II military card game. It's World War II historical.
Now that's where, right from the start, I'm like,
See, I had a think about this, and actually, I'm not a massive fan of historical games because, you know, there's that kind of realistic thing. But I think because it's cards, it's kind of abstracted, so it doesn't make me feel the same way. I don't feel as like... If it was little dudes running around in a miniatures game, I'd feel like, oh man, that's Steve. You know,
yeah. It's just, which is one of those things I just always struggle with. You know, historical and and card games. But this one has quite tickled me.
My face.
Get off the bloody screen! You're supposed to be trying to be semi-professional.
I've got a semi.
So, tell us about the game.
Okay, so it's unsurprisingly World War II. We will be playing two battlefields. Let's play the battlefields down now.
Okay.
So there are always two battlefields in play. We have a city and a river. They may have special rules depending on the cards that you play. There are going to be 3 spaces behind each battlefield per person. So I'll have 3 and Straw will have 3. We will be playing frontline troops here and support troops here. There may be other cards, but we'll worry about them as and when we need to. And basically, there's an order of damage. I'll go through a proper card with you at some point. Basically, this little medal symbol here. This is the fight strength. That's how strong it is. And these numbers here are damage depending on the kind of attack value. So we have a Browning HMG. This is an infantry card. So you need to do infantry damage to do it. And we have 0 attack against tanks or armour, 2 attack against infantry, and then 1 attack against anti-aircraft. And if we've got any special rules at the bottom here, they'll be at the bottom there. Sorry for the shine, but they're shiny cards. There is an order in which you work out attack value, which we will do when we get to combat. But the big thing is it's all about deployment. So Straw, in this case, we flipped a coin for it. Straw's the attacker. So he will deploy first. That will be his first deployment. Then I will deploy to kind of counter his offensive. Then he will deploy again a second time. So he'll choose what he wants to leave out of that first one and then kind of deploy on the second one. I will deploy again to kind of counter his manoeuvres. And then we'll work out combat. So if we just go straight into deployment, it's probably the easiest thing to do.
The whole point of the game is we have to capture 3 of these battlefields.
Yeah, we're playing the kind of the, I don't want to say demo set, but we're playing the basic set in the game. There is an expansion, you can customise your decks. At the moment we're just using the standard kind of...
So I'm playing the Germans.
And I am playing the Allies.
So expect lots of very, no, not accents, but just expect some very, very badly pronounced German weapons.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got a bleeding clue. So...
I know what some of the... I mean, you'll know from... Well, you might not. You probably will know that neither of us are particularly historical nerds. So most of us we won't know what most of these things are. I know a few of the British ones now because I've been reading the Conflict 47 rulebook, which is a game we haven't played yet, but one day.
One day. So I draw... You get 2 cards that you can choose from your deck.
Yes. To
start with. And as an attacker, I get 6 cards, so I've got my cards here. So I am ready to start my first deployment. Yes. So I can play whatever cards I want out of my hand.
Yep.
But it has to be front row, and artillery pieces, etc. Support has to go behind something.
Yeah.
You can't just hoof it out unless it's a plane. So we've got a river and a city up for grabs.
Yep. And I have got less cards I only drew 4 cards, giving me a total of 6, which you might think is unfair, but because Straw's going to be attacking, he'll do his deployments first. So that means I might have a better chance of countering what he does.
Okay, now I'm looking at this river, you see. Now I'm thinking that's going to be a strategic strike point. So I'm sending in an infantry unit with an MG42 to hug that, because they're quite interested in that. But I get the feeling might be getting a bit of stick back. So what we're also going to do is put in a slip trench with them.
Oh no!
We'll explain that in a bit, so don't panic. That's any more for any more.
It's not nice.
Any more for any more. Yeah, I think we're gonna put some Brandenburgers over here. Again, it's an infantry. Oh, it's a damage card. Sorry, ignore me. I'm talking rubbish.
I'm not feeling good about my cards.
No, nor am I. Nor am I. I'm gonna roll a tiger tank.
Fuck off.
Into the city.
Fuck off with your big tanks.
And that's going to be backed up by a Wirbelwind, which is a anti-air.
Right. That's good. That's wicked. So glad I've got a handful of fucking aircraft.
Yeah. That's my first deployment so far. So now Parker gets to do his first deployment, so he can try gauge.
Woo! Fucking woo!
Yeah, if you haven't got the right cards, you could be buggered.
Okay.
Fuck. So what you gonna do? What's important to you, the city or the river? Because some of the cards give you bonuses if you're attacking a city or farmlands or woodlands. You get bonuses to some of your cards.
Okay. Okay. That's still a pain in the ass. Shit. Fuck. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to play a Hellcat, an M18 Hellcat, which would appear to be an American tank of some kind. And I'm going to back it up with a British Typhoon aircraft, which may seem odd, but I've got a plus. And then over there I'll just have some rando rifle dudes.
You're going to die horribly.
Supported by some P-47 Thunderbolts. Yes, I could have placed them the other way around because they'd have matched, but I didn't.
Okay, well I am... Now we'll do the Brandenburgers. So allocate the damage shown on the medal to one deployed enemy support or logistics card.
Okay, my supports are both aircraft.
Don't worry about it. So what I'll do is I will do... What have you got left? 2 cards. We're going to have the Ju-87 Stuka over here, and we're going to bring in the ME-109 over here.
Oh, I don't like your face. Oh, maybe I do like your face. Oh, I don't like your face.
And that's me fully done.
You will be. You will be.
Do you have any more to play?
I do have one more card to play, and I will play EU Dares, Rodney. EU Dares. Who Dares wins. Which is behind enemy lines. Allocate the damage shown on the damage medals to one deployed enemy support or logistics card, and then I discard it. So I can do 2 armour, 1 infantry,
or 1 air.
Or 1 air. Annoyingly, it's not to your line, otherwise that would have been awesome. But I will play 2 armour, which will do 2 damage because he's got 2 fight strength here. So they become tapped, they become depleted.
Okay.
And that's my second thingy done. You were the attacker, so then we start.
Let's start with Start with this one.
Okie dokie.
So it works. We've done first deployment, we've done second deployment, so it's combat. So we have anti-aircraft first.
Yep, I've got 1 anti-air.
I have 2.
Okay.
One from the MG42 and one from the ME thingamajiggies.
I've got a fight strength of 1, so I get tapped by the first one and destroyed by the second one. But because it's all simultaneous, I do still have 1 anti-air, so I do 1 anti-air to you, which taps that one. He shot down my thunderbolts.
Then it goes to ground.
Artillery, yeah, but you don't have any artillery, nor do I.
And I do 3
Infantry.
points of infantry damage.
And I do 2 points of infantry damage. However, that slip trench is -2, so that counts as actually 0 infantry damage. So he does 3. Now I've got this lonely rifleman going 1, 2, 3. So you have now won that battlefield. You won the river.
So this comes into my safety pot. These
1/3 way to winning.
These then all go.
They all get discarded. Yeah, and that's quite an interesting mechanism in the game. Actually, you know, if you
And a new battlefield is a city.
If you put too much into one battlefield and you take it, well, great. But you've
spaffed all your good
spaffed
stuff.
all your good stuff. Yeah.
So now over to this one.
Yep.
Air.
Anti-air. I don't have any, and you don't have any.
No.
So then ground targets.
Is it artillery first or then? No, it's front line first, isn't it?
No, it's air, artillery, ground target,
Right, so
front line.
Artillery then. Plane.
We'll both do our planes, yeah, because that's ground targets. Because it's anti-air, ground targets, artillery, front line.
So my Stukas do 2 armour damage.
And I'm going to be doing 2 armour damage, and I'm going to do that to your front.
Yeah. And I'll be doing 2 armour
to my front.
To your front.
So that gets tapped and then goes away because it's only got 1 damage.
And then I do 2 to ground, but...
And you would get rid of my air, but the air can exist without a thing in front of it. So for example, if I destroyed this tiger, I'd get rid of that thingy behind it.
So that one is still up for grabs.
Yeah.
And that's that battle done.
Only just. And I draw 3 cards.
I draw
2,
4 because
3.
I captured 1.
You do. And now also you're the defender.
2.
And I'm the attacker,
3.
so I have to go first.
4. Yep.
I'm fucked.
Good.
I am so fucked. Huh. Wellity, wellity, wellity. Alright. I'm going to place a Spitfire there. And a Typhoon there.
Ooh. Any more for any more?
Oh, that's me. That's my first deployment done.
Wow.
And the only reason I can place these air ones without things in front of them is because that's a special rule that aircraft have. Because obviously they're flying around, they don't need to be guarded by your frontline troops.
Well. Okay, let's...
Am I saving the big guns for my second deployment?
Probably. Let's go for...
I've got a nuke!
What? Let's go for... Ooh, I don't know what to do. Let's go for... Okay, let's go for a Panzerwagen over here. And nothing else yet.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, my second
Your
deployment.
second.
I'm going to play no cards.
Oh! Oh dear, so it's just air. He's only got
I would love
air.
to play some fucking cards, but I cannot play cards with the hand I
He's
have.
only got air. Oh, right. Well, we're going to
I've
do...
either got... if I had logistics cards, I would have to play them, so they would go away. So I've either got... I mean, I might be saving frontline stuff. I could,
Well, I'm going to do
but I'm fucking
bad weather.
You cock.
So those planes can go way.
So he's played... these are the fog and friction cards, which are the purple ones, and they will have either special effects, like we did earlier on, like I did the 2 points of damage or something to an opponent. In this case, he affects the whole battlefield. There's bad weather, and my planes have to go back into my hand.
And no other air.
No other air can go there because it's cloudy.
Any.
You have to take your
So my
plane back as well.
can come back into my hand.
But that's fine, because Straw knows that I've done my second deployment, so I cannot redeploy anyone.
No.
Which sucks balls!
I'm still not getting that yet. Or am I? I don't get win this yet.
Yeah, you do.
I do, because even
You
though
will
it's
do,
depleted.
because they're depleted, but they're not...
Ah.
If I don't have anything, I'll double check it.
Yeah, check that, because I'm about to hoof a load of spaff down. I'm not actually. I just need to make sure.
Yep, even if depleted.
Oh, right, awesome. So then, we're going to go over to there.
Fucking weather. Was that one you kept in your hand?
Huh?
Did you keep that in your hand? Was that your starting card?
No.
Oh.
No. Then we're going to...
Do.
Oh, I got a sodding plane now. I can't get rid of that one.
Good.
So I'll bring a Stuka over here,
Okay.
because it couldn't deploy there, so it's going to fly over to the city instead.
Aye.
And we'll then put in a Vesp, which is an artillery piece.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll do.
That will do, pig. That will do.
So,
I'm the attacker. I decide we should do this battlefield first. You have things there. I do not have things there. You win the battlefield, but all the other cards go away. Here, neither of us have got anti-air. So we both
one,
get,
the city and the river.
So we both get to do ground targets. I don't have any ground targets. You can shoot your own dude if you want.
No.
I do 2 armour. I'm going to choose to do your front line. So he gets tapped for the one, and then discarded for the second, which will get rid of the Vesper.
Yep.
And then we're both just kind of flying around each other.
Okay.
Oh, you won another one, didn't you?
Yep.
Fuck's sake. So you get to draw 4 cards.
1, 2,
And I was still the attacker.
4. What's the hand size?
8.
8.
And you draw and then discard. So you don't draw up to 8, you draw 3 cards plus whatever, and then you discard down.
So we've got a woodland and a city. And I only need one of these to win.
And I need
A lot.
better than I've got.
And
I'm
it's
the attacker, so I'm going first, and I've got... Wow!
nothing? Good.
Not nothing, but mostly nothing. I'm going to have to do that. Shit. Off. Alright, okay, fuck it. Gonna have some rifle dudes. Morning! In the woodland. With... and they're going to be dug into some foxholes. So
Ugh.
it's going to be hard to shift. Like my pant stains.
Ugh. Hey, anything else?
That will be all for now, Timmy.
Ooh. So, okay, let's go with
Dig in, boys. Time for tea.
don't bother because now my Brandenburgers come into play.
Oh, God.
Behind enemy lines, allocate damage shown on the damage medals to an enemy support or logistics. So 2 points.
To my support, we'll
To
get
your
rid of my
support.
foxholes.
So your
Oh,
foxholes have
no.
been blown out.
Boy, right out.
Right out. Then
Oh, God.
you've
Trumpton.
got no more to play, have you?
Yeah.
Have you?
That was... Yeah, I've only done my first deployment.
Ah. Then we'll bring in a Panzer. A Panzer.
Oh God! Go away.
And then here we'll have a Hetzer, which is another tank of some description, with a Flak 36
Oh, yeah.
anti-air in support,
Butt stain.
and then
You, sir.
I'll put a Nebelwerfer over here with the Panzers. So it's another artillery piece.
Cool. Okay. Wicked. F my. Oh shit. Right. I have to fucking spaff. Spaff! Fuck! I'm like, oh, I could do. No, I can't do that! Yeah, that's not good enough.
Do you think you are kidding, Mr. Parky? I think I've got you on the
Mate,
run.
I'm so fucked. Right. That happens then. So we'll put down a BL 5.5 inch howitzer. And then we'll have another Typhoon over here. And then we'll have a no, we'll do that, and we'll have a Spitfire there. That's my second deployment done.
Okay, let's go with
Yeah, that's not useful.
let's go with this lot.
Yep.
So anti-air.
No, you've got your second deployment because I'm the
Oh.
attacker. That can't be right, can it?
No,
No.
we'll be finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Anti-air. You've got one, so I will tap one of my Typhoons. Ground targets. Your Stuka has got no one to shoot at.
No.
My Typhoon will do 2 damage on your Hetzer.
So we'll destroy the Hetzer.
Yeah. And
the flak.
behind it. Crikey!
So that lot is still going.
Yeah.
Over here.
Anti-air, you don't have any.
Nope.
My Spitfire has roving commission. If there are no enemy air support, then I can attack with 1 infantry damage. So I will attack your rear line with 1 point of infantry damage.
We'll tap that.
Then we do artillery. You now don't have any. I'm going to attack your front line with my howitzer, so that does 2 armour.
Whoosh.
So I'll tap those.
Bosh.
Ooh! Ooh! Saucy!
That's the end of that.
And then we both draw 3 cards because no one took anything.
1, 2, 3.
Fucking hell.
Oh, come on, really? That is just so not good.
You were the attacker? We should have a thing, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the attacker, you're now the attacker.
No, because no one took a thing, so you're still the attacker.
Oh, right, I'm still the attacker.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, cheers.
50p.
Thank you very much. Bloody hell. I cannot do bugger all this turn.
Good.
Okay, I'm going to put a Stug 3 over here.
Cool.
with a bunker.
Fuck's sake! Fuck off! Ew.
I think I have to throw away the woodland. That's first action. First deployment. You've got a lot of planes in that bloody deck, haven't you?
Yeah. I don't know why. I'm not complaining about it.
You don't know why?
Oh, because we had a lot of planes. Yeah.
Duh.
Cock it.
It's not looking good for the woodland. I reckon I'm losing the woodland. Doodle-doodle-doo.
Okay. So Mustangs are going to support the Typhoons with air support, proper actual anti-air, which could be enough to long-term win me that battlefield, but probably fucking not. It's your second deployment.
Well, just gonna have to. Yeah, I'll just pop down a Granton worth of 36 there. Oh, wrong way.
No, it's the right way.
And that's me. That's me done.
My second one, right?
Bugger.
I'm good.
Oh,
Your second one? Oh no!
I've done my
Yeah,
second
you've done
one.
your second one. So, where do you want to start?
Let's try down here then.
Okay. Anti-air. I've got 2 anti-air.
So that's going to be 1, and then
Out of
the
it.
Stuckers get blown out of the sky.
And then my ground targets, my Typhoon, will do 2 armour against that bunker, which will tap it. And that's it, because you can't hit with planes at the moment, and I can't do enough damage to shift you.
Yeah.
So,
And over here.
anti-air, I have 1, but you do not.
Nope.
So my Spitfire turns into 1 infantry damage. So I will do it against that Grambum Flambum.
Yep.
Then artillery, and my howitzer will do 2 points of damage, armour damage to your front line.
Boom. Boom. Destroys those, and then both of those go. So
I
you win
sunk
the
your
woodland.
battle face! Man, is he back in the game? Probably fucking not.
So you become the attacker. New battlefield goes down, and it's 3 cards.
And the new battlefield is some farmland.
3 cards.
And I draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh. Do 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 do. Ah.
Okay. And it's me to attack.
Yeah.
Attack!
Ah!
Charge!
Hell's teeth. Where's my horses? Ugh.
Okay, we will. Winky. We will put a bazooka
Oh,
dude in the city, and he's got the urban special rule. So he has +1 armour damage, +1 infantry damage, and +1 air damage when
So
he's
he's
in
doing
an
2,
urban.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Ah, oi.
And then
Oh dear.
we'll put a Sherman,
Ugh.
and we will back it up with some combat engineers that will dig a little hole They are some
diggy
dwarves
hole,
and they're digging a hole.
Diggy, diggy hole, dig, dig hole. Okay, I'm gonna then have to go with a Sturm Tiger and Granville 42.
Okie dokie.
Boom, boom, shake the room.
Boom, boom.
That's all I'm going to do for my first one.
I'll punch you in the womb. I want to know your name. No, you don't. Oh, God. Oh.
I say it's a quick little game unless you're playing Parky.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, not more.
Infantry with anti-tank.
Shit, the bed.
And...
That's not good.
cover the advance.
What?
Smokescreen. Enemy artillery cards cannot target your front line during the artillery combat step.
Dirty.
So that Grample Werfer, or whatever, can't target my front line. And that's my second thingy. Yes, I've got two thingies.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to do...
It's a turnip shaped like a thingy.
the SS Grenadiers.
Oh,
Grenadiers.
shit.
Go there.
They're going to fuck me hard.
And then I'm going to play Outmaneuvered. I can redeploy one full strength frontline card and or one full strength support card from one battlefield to another. So I'm going to take this over to here.
Oh, and just lose that one and not care. Fair point. Fair play. Fair play. So
You get that.
do that one first. I get that. That all gets discarded. That was probably worth doing. That probably.
So you get the woodland.
I get the city.
Oh, the city. And then here.
It's got a big one. So
Anti-air.
Doesn't matter. Ground targets. There aren't any.
Artillery can't use.
Well, you can attack that.
Oh, I can't use thingy. I can't hit the front.
I've got 2 damage anyway.
Yeah, so not going to worry. Not going to hurt you.
Nothing effectively. So front line. I'm doing a total of 1, 2, 3 armour and 2 infantry.
Okay.
2 infantry won't affect your
3
grenadiers,
armour
but 3 armour will tap your Stug and your Sturmtiger.
Yeah.
And you do 1, 2, 3 armour.
Yeah, 3 armour and 2, 4, 5 infantry.
Oh, well, the 3 armour at -2, so that's 1 left, so that will tap my Sherman, and the 5 infantry will just turn those guys into
Paste.
not a lot. And I won it, so that goes there.
Yeah. Oh, it's all on.
I become the defender.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, +1 for winning the battlefield. Because I won that battlefield.
You won it. So I'm still the attacker.
No, you won it.
Because you gave it away.
That's right, yeah, that's right.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 3 cards, so I don't have to worry about discarding anything.
I've got a thingy card.
Logistics card.
Logistics.
Is that a supply thing?
Reinforcements. This card can be used to resupply deployed cards once or draw a number of force cards equal to the fight strength. And all it can reinforce is men.
Manly men.
Manly men. Or I can. So I've got no men up there that need replacing. So I might as well dump it and draw a number of force cards equal to its fight strength. It's got fight strength of 1.
You do that in the...
Oh, it's in the bloody thingy
in the
phase.
logistics phase.
Yeah. Go on then. Oh, I'm the attacker, aren't I?
Oh no, they can be discarded when they're used.
Oh, can they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, as I said, I've dumped that to draw 1 card. Woo! Yay. Okay.
Oh no, sorry, you do. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just funnily written, is all.
So I can't use it?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's alright. I am gonna... It's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Panzer over here. And that's all I'm going to do to start with.
I will. We're both on 2. Ah! Attention!
Not really.
I will play a Vickers heavy machine gun. Unfortunately, it's rural, so I get +1 to everything. So it's 1, 3, 1 at the moment, and that's going to be me. Dun.
I'll then do barbed wire.
Ooh, saucy.
That's me done.
I am going to play Crocodile, which is a flame tank.
Ooh.
If it's at full strength, choose 1 enemy support defences card on this battlefield and ignore its infantry damage reduction modifier during the frontline combat step. I flame your barbed wire.
Nice.
Time. And then I will put a anti-tank gun over here, backed up by another anti-tank gun, support anti-tank gun, which will be lovely.
Vomit.
Where do you want to do first?
I might as well do this a lot.
Okay, anti-air and ground targets, we don't need to worry about it because there's no planes in the sky.
No. So artillery.
Artillery, you can't attack my front line because of the smoke screen.
So that will do
1 point of damage here, but I've got 2 thingies, so that's okay. Then we do frontline damage.
I do 1 point of armour and 2 infantry.
Okay, so the 1 point of armour will be negated by that. The 2 infantry will tap and get rid of my Vickers. However, I'm doing 3 6 infantry damage.
And I'm only on
3. Because you're not supported by that because of the flamethrower.
So they are tapped and destroyed.
Yeah.
And that goes.
And that goes. And I was on 1 point of armour, which will get rid of the Stern Tiger.
Which will get rid of that.
And that is that combat.
Ooh.
This one.
Oh yeah.
No anti-air because there's no planes.
No.
I've got artillery, which is 3 armour, which destroy that panzer.
That's it.
Gives me the river. Oh, boom! I thought you had it. I thought you had it.
Just sways, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It does sway very, very nicely.
Because you don't know what card you're going to get. I mean, like with any card game, it does depend on the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
I know that we've built into the box. There's the expansion already, so we've got a bunch of expansion cards, and then you can design your deck a bit more.
So that's a bit of why I just like, I haven't got the time, patience, or inclination to design my own bloody decks.
Personally, the only thing I would like to do, and it's just a personal thing, is take the American cards out of here and replace them with British ones.
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
Theme-wise, that's the only thing I care about doing. I don't know if one could do that. I don't know what's in the expansion. I think they're just slightly
Panzer, Tiger tanks.
Yeah.
Another Flak 36. Oh, the FW190. Roving Commission, that's the German version of the Spitfire. Tank Ditch.
And of course you could, do you want to focus on, do you want to just not care about air and just go, fuck it, or maybe you want to go really heavy air. But on the other hand, you might have a quad 50 cal M2 anti-aircraft gun.
Oh,
which isn't as powerful as you think it's going to be, but it looks cool.
Up armour.
Sorry?
Up armoured. All friendly Panzer 4 cards in this battlefield gain +1 fight strength for the purpose of receiving damage.
No! That's not cool, man. That's not cool.
I do like having my tanks in this game.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. French Resistance, you destroy your logistics cards and stuff.
Oh, nice.
this is one of those cards that is going to be good if you know the game and you're good at it. Intelligence Report, Spitfire Recon. Pick up to 3 cards at random from your opponent's hand, look at them and return them to your opponent. If you know what you're doing, that's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad little game. It's just I keep getting confused about those bloody numbers though. Because
it's pretty swingy. I don't know if
is it too swingy? I don't know.
Card games are though.
But I think once you've tailored your deck to the way you want it, then you're then negating some of the swing that you're going to get in a standard. But you
deck.
do need a good mixture, don't you?
Yeah, because if you don't have front line, you can't play artillery. If you don't have air support or anti-air, you can't deal with it at all. As you're like, fuck, there's nothing I can do. They're just there.
Yeah, it's flying around. I can't.
So you need a kind of, makes sense that you've got that combined arms approach. That's logical. I do think some of the logistics cards, if you get them early, they can be.
Yeah, because I had nothing that could retap.
No.
I know there's a logistics card in there that allows you to.
Yeah, retap stuff, and then suddenly you're like, oh, everything's just coming back. Yeah, great. Then that's proper strong.
Yeah.
Which is actually the reason that I took the Who Dares Wins card in the start of my hand, where you can do armour or infantry or air support damage to a support thing. Because I knew that if you had that logistics thing, I want to send someone in there straight away and deal with that. I don't want that to be a thing that bothers me throughout the game.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that there's 2 battlefields. That keeps it really interesting. Like, where do you put your...
Yeah, it doesn't stagnate, does it?
No.
Because, you're thinking, right, I need to do this for this one, but I've got to keep an eye on that one as well, because you could be winning that, and I don't want you to get that one. And I do like it.
I like it. I don't know if I'd make it, like, super competitive or whatever, but as a game, as it is, I like it. I wonder what's coming for it. I don't know if they're going to do...
Oh, they could do other decks.
Yeah.
Of the other forces that were involved in the wars, can't you?
Of course, yeah. You could do the Russians, you could do the Pacific.
Yeah, well, a naval version would be interesting.
Yeah. You could reskin it quite easily to be kind of
anything.
I mean, it's coming from Warcradle. They could
reskin it for Dystopian
Wars. That could be a thing. And I think that if you are more of a... World War II nerd,
you're gonna love it.
You're gonna enjoy it a lot more. It's got the pictures on. You go, oh yeah, that's the Vickers, because that is a Vickers, and you know what it does instinctively. Whereas I'm looking at stuff going, I don't know what that is. Like, I know what an anti-tank gun is, but like, I think if you've got more of an instinctive understanding of World War II knowledge, it's probably.
But it's actually not a bad little game at all.
No, I like it.
It's not a bad little game at all. We do quite like it. So we will be playing more of it. Yeah. So there you go, that's Fog and Friction, which is available...
soon. I think it's going to be available at PAX, which is the first week-ish in December, depending on when you're watching this video.
Well, this will go up as soon as I'm allowed. I'll contact them.
You can put it up now, I think.
Oh, can I?
Yeah,
I will then. Well, it'll be up at some point. So yeah, there you go. That's Fog and Friction for you.
Frogs in fiction.
Fog and Fiction. Why couldn't you just call it something a bit simpler?
I think there was a documentary. There's a World War II documentary called Fog and Friction, which is quite big and famous. That's where that's from.
Oh, well, foggy fiction.
Friggy
fiction. No. So there you go. That's that. When it comes out, if you like Second World War stuff and you like card games, you'll really like this.
Good times.
So there you go. And until next time.
You can help us out in the comments down below, in the doobly-doo and whatnot. There'll be things you can do to help us. We've got a Patreon campaign. We've got our social media stuff, so our Facebook and our internet things like the Twitters and the Instagrams and the...
I'll probably put the word from our sponsors up at the end of this video.
That makes sense. We'll have a little word from our sponsors. So that's coming up after this. But most importantly, the number one thing you can do if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it is don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked it and want to subscribe. If you don't like it and don't want to subscribe, you don't have to like and subscribe, but we would like it if you liked and subscribed.
Until next time,
stay hammered. And here we are, the sponsors of this glorious video. If you want to help out with Battle Hammer before we start our gaming goodness...
But this normally goes at the end of a video.
I know, we've moved it.
Why?
Because we can.
Oh.
So if you want to help us out, we have various ways you can do that, and I'll put them in the doobly-doo crotch box down below.
Can I just interrupt a moment and say
You can.
the backdrop does not look like the Battle Cave?
It does not, because we are at Wildstorm Games!
Why are we at Wildstorm Games?
Well,
This
because
is our favourite game shop.
it is, and they're one of our sponsors in the doobly-doo down below. If you go to buy stuff through that doobly-doo for Wildstorm Games, you'll get potentially an extra discount, and then we
You
get
might.
a little pat on the back as well. So that's super nice. So if you want to help us out, you can do that. What are other ways they can help us out?
Patreon.
Patreon. We have a Patreon thing. You can go onto there and you can donate as little as $1 a month.
You type bastards.
If you do 5, you become a Battlehammer Booze Hound and get extra special hugs from us.
And if you donate $1 million,
Then you're
No
crazy
idea what
rich and
Stupid.
I probably will last a week because I'll have drank myself to death probably. in
and
a
all
week.
the little midgets with their drugs on trays.
drug trays. Yeah,
It would not be good. So there's Patreon. So not only that, if you go on Patreon, you can just do a one-off
If you
payment.
want to,
as well,
yeah, you
donation.
can do a one-off payment and then you can immediately cancel it and then you'll have done
Once
it.
we've got the money,
Once we- Send
obviously.
us your fucking money.
Send us your fucking money.
We've also got an Amazon wish list.
We do.
So you can go to the link down below, the Amazon wish list, and there's a bunch of stuff that we are hoping to film in the future and games that we want to play, and you can just go, hey, I think they should have that, and then buy it for us there. It'll get sent to this mug.
I did put the Super Star Destroyer on that.
Did you?
Yeah,
Just
there's
in
no.
case.
Yeah, just in case someone feels really rich and goes, ah, what the hell.
Good call. Now, what else is there? There is a Wayland Games affiliate link. If you do your shopping from Wayland Games, then you can go via that, and then we get a little pat on the back from them as well, which is super nice, so you can do that. The other one is
Coffee?
KO-FI, I think it is.
whatever.
You can just buy us a coffee, which would be a one-off donation of, I think it's $3, is it
$3
not?
or something?
So, you know, you can buy us a beer, so you can go through that as well.
Yes.
Also, there's our social media links. There'll be a link to our Facebook page and our Twitter feed as well.
And Instagram?
Possibly.
We've got one of them as well.
We've got an Instagram account, yes we do.
Cool.
So they're all the ways you can help us and
Get in contact with us.
get in contact with us. Back to your regularly scheduled programme. Back to the studio.
Back to the studio.
Yeah.